Hello class, today we're going to be talking about why textbooks are not enough. So, let's start first with the pros of textbooks. Textbooks are a useful resource for educators, full of information across content areas, whether it's math, English, history, you name it, science. You got many textbooks across the board with valid information. Proficient readers may excel by the use of textbooks. So a student who's excellent in reading or very proficient in reading can read a page, read the next page, and then so on and so forth, and gain a lot of material and gain a lot of knowledge through that process. How a textbook is used is up to the teacher and the student. This can also be a bad thing, good thing or bad thing. So we have the teacher can use the textbook a lot, student can also use the textbook a lot, and vice versa, same thing. Teacher may not use the textbook, student may not use the textbook, or you can have a little bit of both. So teacher may assign homework through the textbook, the student doesn't want to do it, and so on and so forth. And that's when we start to run into issues. So today I'm going to focus on the cons. The cons of textbooks. Textbooks have a stigma which is often unappealing to students. Some students don't want to get a massive textbook and open and start reading. Students who are not proficient in reading will struggle with textbooks because obviously if they can't read the information, just like this one over here. He's kind of scared. Textbooks may become damaged or worn out over time, obviously. Students responsible for textbooks may lose their resource, deterring their performance. So textbooks, it's important to hold on to them, and sometimes kids make mistakes. Teachers may find that textbook usage increases the difficulty to implement learning communities. So without our flexible grouping and all our differentiation strategies and all, instead of just putting a textbook on someone's desk, that kind of gets convoluted there. Technology versus textbooks. In the 21st century, the world is primarily transitioning from text to online and technological resources, so iPads, smartphones, tablets, laptops, etc. Even in the classroom, direct instruction has gone from text-heavy based to project-oriented with primarily hands-on learning. We have our Xbox fighting our book here. The constraints textbooks pose. So Daniels and Zemelmen write, we can easily imagine that teachers who are going to cover everything that is going to be on the next test might not believe they have the time to stop for those more interesting elements. So essentially, if a teacher's covering what's in the textbook and solely what's in the textbook, you can't deviate from the lesson at all to talk about some things that are going on, whether it's society, current affairs, anything political of that nature, which is really what teachers do, in my opinion. Textbooks being superficial. In a study composed at a Chicago high school, the textbooks assigned to juniors were evaluated for review. The numbers they pose in length are quite staggering. British literature book, 1,310 pages. Biology, 1,184. French, 513. U.S. history, 982. Advanced algebra / trigonometry, 890 pages. All collectively for a junior. That's a lot of pages to be reading throughout the course of a year. Textbooks being authoritarian and even inaccurate. If textbooks are the sole resource for education, students will not have exposure to the many other ways of learning styles and experience teacher creativity. Textbooks provide quality data, however this data changes day by day, year by year, when the textbooks do not. So essentially, textbooks may become unreliable even the day, 2 days after publication if some world event happens. Textbooks are written for not the students. Textbooks are made for the market. So textbook companies, McGraw-Hill, Pearson, just to name a few, they sell their textbooks to make money, right? To make a profit. Textbooks cost a lot of money. They cost a lot to make. So counties, cities, other local school systems, they're spending all this money year after year after year to get new and new textbooks, and really it may be in the end just creating a budget crisis. So anyway, thank you so much for letting me explain to you why textbooks are not just the answer. Was that like 3 minutes?